Welcome back to Mind Games, how AI exploit human nature. In part 1, we explored the early days of AI conversations. Today, in part 2, we are diving into the mysterious Uncanny Valley, a place where AI's attempts to mimic human appearance and behavior can make us feel uneasy.
Welcome to my channel, Simple When Explained, dedicated to simplifying complex technology with over 20 years of engineering expertise. I'll guide you through practical advice and real-world examples. Complex concepts become clear. Join me on this exciting journey to explore technology together. Subscribe now, and let's ignite your passion for technology.
Have you ever felt a strange sense of unease when looking at a robot or a CGI character in a movie? You are not alone. This unsettling feeling is part of a phenomenon known as the Uncanny Valley. Today, we will dive into what the Uncanny Valley is, why it's happened, and what is the means for our relationship with technology. So, what is exactly the Uncanny Valley? The term was first coined by Japanese robotist Masahiro Mori in the 70s. He proposed a hypothesis to explain why robots that looks almost human tend to creep us out. Imagine a graph where the x-axis represent an object's human likeness from 0% to 100%, and the y-axis shows our emotional response from low to high. The graph shows that as an object becomes more human-like, our affection for it increases. Think of how we love cartoons or stuffed animal, but as it gets even closer to human, there is a sudden drop in our comfort level. This dip is what Mori called the Uncanny Valley. Once the object becomes fully human in appearance, our comfort level rises again. To put it simply, the Uncanny Valley is the point where something looks almost, but not quite human, triggering a sense of strangeness and discomfort. This happens with realistic robots, some CGI characters, and even wax figures. There are several theories about why the Uncanny Valley exists, and they came from various fields like evolutionary psychology or cognitive science. Let's explore a few of them. One theory is that our dislike is a survival mechanism. Imperfections in human-like figures might make us think of disease and prompt us to avoid potential disease. This is known as the pathogen avoidance hypothesis. Another aspect is awareness of death. These almost human entities might casually remind us of death, making us feel uneasy. We have evolved to find certain physical features attractive. When those features are mimicked imperfectly, it can be upsetting. For example, we might find a robot with a slightly off facial features disturbing because it violates our sense of what is aesthetically pleasing. Another theory is that we are wired to perceived minds. When we encounter something that looks human but lacks a mind, or its behavior doesn't match our expectation, it's create a dissonance that unsettles. While we have specific expectation about how humans should look and move, when those expectations are violated, say a robot with a human-like skin but jerky movement, it feels disturbing. Now, let's look at some well-known examples that fell into the Uncanny Valley. Consider Ameca, a robot known for its realistic facial expressions and movement. While its expressions are impressively human-like, its lack of realistic skin, and visible mechanical parts contribute to the eerie feeling. Sophia is another famous example. She has a human like appearance and can hold conversations. However, her less realistic features and somewhat stitched movement often makes people feel uncomfortable. Then there is Geminoid HI, a robot designed to look exactly like its creator. While it's striking, it also makes many people feel deeply unsettling. Lastly, Ida, a robot artist, showcases fascinating artistic abilities. Yet, her appearance still triggers that feeling of unease in many. Those examples evoke mixed reaction. Some find them fascinating, while others feel a deep sense of discomfort. This mix of reactions can be seen in social media comments, news snippets, and expert opinions. So, is there a way to escape the uncanny valley? It's a challenging task, but there are potential solutions. One strategy is to design robots that looks clearly non-human. This approach makes people more comfortable because there is no expectation for them to look or behave like humans. Another idea is gradual exposure. With repeated positive interactions with increasingly realistic robots, people might become more comfortable over time, although some discomfort might remain. Do you think we will ever get used to perfectly human like robots? And is it ethically problematic to create artificial being that looks too much like us? That was a deep dive into the uncanny valley and its implications. As we have learned, our discomfort with near human AI highlights the complexities of our relationships with technology. In our final part, we will tackle the ethical dilemmas of AI development and usage. Join us for part 3 as we explore how we can navigate those challenges responsibly. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of technology and psychology.